Good evening. Welcome to Actoroke. I'm your Dungeon Master for tonight, Peter Adkison. Tonight, we kick off episode 5 of the Somarrian Hunt, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the world of Chaldea. This is the first event of 3 in the episode 5 Actoroke cycle. In the second event of the cycle, 1 week from tonight, I will collaborate with actors in performing the roles in the screenplay adaptation of tonight's RPG session. That's right. Then 2 weeks from tonight, we will host a viewing party of the movie that we edit together from those performances. The screenplays for our episodes can be found on actoroke.com, along with credits, character sheets, maps, art, our Chaldeapedia of Chaldea lore, our principal storyline films, news articles from the Cardavan Informant, and much more. All of our Actoroke events are streamed on twitch.tv/gildinglight and are available for later viewing on youtube.com World of Chaldea or youtube.com/gildingnight. Our streams happen every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Remember to follow, subscribe, turn on notifications. You don't want to miss anything. Of course, you can also follow our exploits on social media platforms by following @WorldOfChaldea. Please remember to like and share. All right, let's get to the mayhem.
Mayhem.
Hold the mayo. Here? Do we have mayhem?
Yay, mayhem.
Hi, how's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Can't wait to roll some dice.
To see what happens.
Uh-oh, I gotta change. There we go. A little sound problem. Hold on a second here.
Sound
good to me.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry. I switched my HDMI magic and it screwed up all my sound. So I think I'm back now. So, all right. So on our last episode, we leveled up. Everybody is now 4th level. So congratulations. The barbarians are starting to be a force to be reckoned with.
Force.
Yeah.
Force is something.
5 barbarians make up a force.
Ah, nice.
Natural 20. That's great.
That's right.
There we go.
So let's go through and talk about who has made what choices so far. Patrick, I'll start with you since you're in the upper left corner of my screen.
Yes. So I, instead of the ability score improvement, am going to take the heavy armor master feat. And then for anybody who wants to know, that is increased strength score by 1. And while I am wearing heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that I take from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Resistance by 3. Sounds like my old absorption house rules. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Okay. How about you, Denise? What decision did you make going up to 4th level?
I kept it simple and I just brought my wisdom up by 2 points. So it's now at a nice round 18.
Nice.
So
nice.
Claw wised up.
Claw wise. And what decision are you, Patrick? Let me come back to you. What decision are you making with hit points? Are you going to roll or take the?
I'm gonna roll. We're penultimate here, so I'm gonna roll for it and hopefully not be.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll and let's see how that turns out.
All right, rolling the digital dice.
Yes, the digital dice.
All right, so that's a D8 for clerics.
Yes, D8 for clerics.
Here we go.
Boom, boom.
Hey, that didn't pan out too bad.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'll take that.
Well played, Mr. Keeffe.
No,
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes. All right, Denise, back to you. What decision are you making?
Oh, I'm rolling it. I've rolled it every time because I'm an old school kind of girl. That's respectable. There we go.
I see you rolling.
All right.
Plus my Constitution bonus.
And Patrick and Denise, you both stay with your same class, cleric and druid. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Darrell. How about you? What sort of decision did you make going up to 4th level barbarian, I assume?
So Torgrim is the barbarian has chosen the path of the totem warrior, and he has selected the aspect of the bear. So it gives resistance to all damage except psychic damage, and makes you pretty tough. It now let's see here, carrying capacity, other stuff, and I decided to put both of my scores onto my ability onto strength, so that his strength is now 19.
Excellent. Perfect.
Nice.
Oh, and you might run across rules about limits on ability scores. Yeah, I don't use any of those rules.
All right.
Noted.
Yeah. Nah.
Good.
We don't.
Torgrim, smash.
Okay, so are you going to take the?
Yes, I'm going to roll.
Roll. Okay.
And I believe I am rolling
A D12, right?
12. Yes.
All right.
That's the
Okay,
stuff.
here we go. Come on. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
You're back in true form, aren't you?
Yeah. So that's adding 4.
Nice.
Which still gives me 41.
Yeah.
My
so-
gosh.
That's good. You're 10 away and 10
Not
ahead of
bad.
me.
Yeah,
All right. Pansy.
of course.
Yeah. What choices did you make going to 4th level?
Okay, goes 4th level. I'm choosing thief as my what do you call this?
Oh,
Path.
the thief path. Great.
Yes. And I have a fast hand. Now I gain fast hands that I can use this bonus action to make a dexterity check, use the thief tools, disarm, trap, or open lock, or take the use of an object action. And I will add my 2 points to my ability of Constitution and Wisdom.
Do you get both? Is that some special XiaoWen?
So I can 1 point
one
for
each.
one each. Yes.
Okay, so one con, 1 wisdom.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Gonna roll those hit points.
And are you going to roll hit points? or are you
oh
gonna
gosh,
Take 5 for rogues D8. All right.
that's a question, right? Okay. No, let's just roll it.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling a 1d8.
All right. Yes.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Good thing you brought up that
Oh.
Constitution score.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, your hit points will probably still go up.
That's 'cause
Yeah.
that's his Patrick wasted all those 20s early.
I wasted my 20 too, so I get 4.
Did I do that?
All right. Excellent. Gabriel, so I think you're doing something special with your extra level, aren't you?
Yes, and in typical form, I will describe what I do. After a period of contemplation over the found singing sword, whose name is Karaoke, he has a revelation, an epiphany of sorts. And he holds his sword aloft and begins to recite. And forgive me, Peter, for any mispronunciations of your Chaldea ware.
We'll start with Chaldea.
Chaldea.
All right.
At least I'm consistent, right?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Consistent.
From Muromachi to Dorsang Isle, I pursue evil with a smile. Let those who thrive by doing wrong beware my power, Apollo's song. And I've decided to add a level of paladin via Apollo. So for this oath, wait for it, this oath is now my Apollo creed.
Oh my gosh.
Did you
are
tell
a
me you did that
beautiful
just for
human
that
being.
pun?
You know, it would be better if I had, but actually it's all true. But I worked my way from Apollo Creed and then I created this thing. So yes.
No matter which deity it would have been,
Master.
he would have come up with some clever way of expressing
I would have tried.
the Apollo Creed. Got it. That's wonderful. Okay, so you are now a 3rd level bard and 1st level paladin of Apollo.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's right.
Oh,
So
Here comes the sun. Do. The so do I add my constitution bonus to this? Because I'm gonna roll that D10.
yes, you will add your Constitution bonus.
Okay.
And you can roll a D10. It's not a max because that only applies to the first
No, the
level
first
in your
time.
first class. Yep. So, all right. Roll. Okay. So your roll is a 3, and then I by the way, I just track what people roll because Constitution can change, as we just saw. Okay, so your roll was a 3, but yes, that adds 4 hit points if your Constitution bonus is 1.
A question: Does it retro apply to previous levels? The Constitution increase?
Yes.
If I were to increase my Constitution at 4th level,
Yes, if you put your +2
right?
into Constitution, you will gain 4 more hit points, 1 for each level.
Okay. Duly noted.
Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going to put it in charisma, of course.
Because there's no limit as to how beautiful you can be.
Apparently. Well, how charming anyway.
There you go.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
Yes, that's right. So, okay, well, that gets us all caught up in terms of the player characters. Let me look at my little agenda.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, let's do introductions, and let's start by pointing out that we have a illustrator here with us, Tanel Lovett, who is illustrating scenes from our session live, and this is very special. Tanel is a very fast drawer, and she's a wonderful illustrator, and absolutely a delight to work with. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So, Tanel, anything you want to say about yourself by way of introduction?
Yeah, I'm Tanel Love.
Yeah. What's your website?
TanelLovett.com.
Perfect. You can also see a lot of Tanel's art on our Actoroke.com. In fact, just last week, we put up a whole new section featuring Tanel's art. And the art is very efficiently drawn. She also does sort of higher end illustrations for us. Look at these wonderful black and white illustrations she does for us here. Going clear back to the beginning of our time together. She's also illustrating full color art for our primary storyline as well. All right, introductions, Patrick.
Hi, everybody. My name is Patrick Keeffe. I am also known as That Gray Gentleman everywhere on the internet. You can find me primarily on TikTok and Instagram. And you can also find me on The Writer's Room, a 7th Sea podcast where we play the TTRPG 7th Sea. It's sweeping pirate swashbuckling adventures, and it's always a lot of fun. We have a new episode that just released this past week.
Ooh, nice. Excellent. Thank you. Denise. Oh, did you? I'm sorry, Patrick, did I cut you off?
Oh, I'm playing Calcimere. I was like, should I stay? Sorry.
Yes, Calcimere, cleric of Dionysus.
Yes, there we go.
I'm going to pause, see if we think of anything else that Patrick might want to say.
Nope, I'm good. We're all set.
No. All right, Denise.
Good evening, friends. Denise Robinson here. I'll be bringing Claw to life. His full name is Vanhasielu Nuaruberi Kaladan Mitsan Uskolan, by the way, just in case anybody was keeping track at home. And my socials are usually Sufi Goth. Yeah, Sufi Goth. And I'm coming to you live from Buffalo, New York. Done.
That's no bull.
No.
All right, Darrell.
Yes, Darrell Judd. I am playing Torgrim Thorvoldsson's son, a barbarian dwarf. And I'd like to announce that Torgrim and Pierre de Clermont will be at Gen Con this year. So I expect a barbarian reunion. Absolutely. And that's it.
XiaoWen.
Hi, everyone. This is XiaoWen. I'm playing Pansy, the halfling thief, in this game, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram. Unfortunately, I can't go to Gen Con. That's a bummer, but if you can, please go.
Gabriel?
Hello, I'm Gabriel Mondo Vega, and I am a con man, actually. I run no less than 5 or 6 conventions on the West Coast. The biggest is the Pacificon Game Expo, coming up this Labor Day weekend in beautiful San Mateo, California. Tickets are available. I also run a number of shows in the Sacramento area, and I will be bringing up a new show in my hometown of Ventura, California, called MondoCon, of course. So, but the most exciting news is that I get to go to the King of Cons this September, and that would be, of course, the best 4 days in gaming, Gen Con. And not only do I get to go to Gen Con and get to play at Gen Con and get to see all these great industry friends at Gen Con, I get to perform there too. And I am just jazzed about that. That alone is reason to buy your tickets now to Gen Con, okay? Come watch me perform, okay? And many of these people will be performing too, but come watch me, all right? And it's going to be so much
Forget the
fun.
other people.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And so please. And that's it.
Yeah, let me build on that. What Gabriel is referring to is we are going to do 2 parts of the Actoroke cycle at Gen Con. We're going to do an RPG session on Thursday morning and an actor studio Sunday afternoon, sort of on the booking in the convention. The RPG session will not be me GMing it. It will be Satine Phoenix, who will be GMing something that she is developing for this occasion. But I will be doing the directing of the actors, and I'm already coordinating with people to get photos and costumes and stuff so I can show them to Satine next week, and we can start figuring out how we want to do this. So yeah, be sure and if you're at Gen Con, be sure and come watch us live. If you're not at Gen Con, you can watch us on Gen Con TV. All right, let's get cracking.
Kraken? Wait, this isn't a nautical adventure, is it?
What? No. Release the Kraken.
Somaria was landlocked, even though we came here by boat.
Yeah.
So one scene that I kind of set up in the last session, but we didn't go into much detail, and we didn't include it in the movie because we wanted to end with Satine's announcement as Brixwina, and that is a scene for Armando and Hajra going off to the watermill. I also knew that Megan wouldn't be able to perform in the actor studio for the last episode, so I'm going to push that to here. We're going to open with that scene, and to kind of recall what happened was Armando sang this lovely song to Hajra. At least she assumed it was for her, and I think she was right. And she flew down off of the balcony and where she was at, and landed in front of Armando. So he was singing to her up close, and then he picked her up and he picked her up or she picked him up. Hard to tell which. Depends on which one you ask. And they danced around together, and then they flew off, dancing off out of the arena. And where they flew to was, if you might recall from 2 episodes, her mentioning a romantic little cafe along the river. That's where they went. And this cafe is the top of a watermill. And in fact, there you can see that is what Tanel is illustrating for us right now. There's a water wheel mill Yeah,
The wheel's right here.
Yeah. There's the water wheel, and the above the wheel there is the cafe. Now, Tanel, is the cafe, is the dining area outside on that ledge above the wheel, or is it inside?
I mean, the special reserved seating.
Yeah. Where's that?
They have one unique table that they reserve out for months in advance, unless you know a guy, and. That's this table right here that the waiter will be showing the lovebirds out to.
So Hajra flies here with you, Armando, and lands there by the table, and a Targonian couple come out to greet you. And it's a family that owns and operates this place. They have kids. There's like little kids that squeal and come up and see Hajra. And she gets down and says hello to each of the children. You kind of tell that the parents of the children are a little nervous about this, but they seem eager to please. And she introduces, she says, Armando, the proprietors of this nice little cafe, Ush and Yogo. Ush and Yogo, this is Armando, my date for tonight. And so the Ush and Yogo come over and set the place mat for you and start preparing food and the usual sort of thing. They tell you what the menu is this evening, which is going to be mostly tropical types of fruits and lamb, typical thing here. But cooked, they describe how they're going to cook it. It's very nice. Very not nicer than you would expect here in Graver's Dig in Somarria. Very quaint. Hajra seems quite proud of herself for having set this up. And indeed, of course, the water mill is above the river. That's where the wheel goes. And so the river is right there. A little cool air comes up off the river and it turns the wheel, and you can hear the water splashing as each level comes around. And there's maybe a little bit of awkward silence while the two of you figure out what to talk about. Do you break the conversation with anything in particular?
Yes, I will. No, I can't describe it. What a picturesque spot you've located. This is simply magnificent. It's beautiful. You have gone to such great attention and spared nothing on the detail here. It's beautiful. It truly is.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. At that point, Osh comes out and he looks a little bit concerned. And he says to Hajra, ma'am, I'm afraid that we are low on wine. And Hajra gives the deer in the headlights sort of look. We have some of the local wines, and Hajra's like, no. And he's kind of like at a loss for what to do. She looks kind of concerned, and she says, this is never mind. I will solve this. And she turns kind of away from him and the tower and kind of away from everybody towards a corner. And she takes her bracers like this, and she makes some gestures, and a little creature appears in the air. It looks kind of like a cherub. Not sure if it's male or female. Oh, no, it's male. It's got wings, but it's not the real gleeful, loving sort of cherub from. It's maybe from the other place. The head is on fire. Okay, there's this fire, and it looks like the fire is causing pain to this cherub. He's crying and screaming in agony, and she goes. She's like, and she you can tell she's concentrating a little bit, but her fingers are going like this, and the fire goes away. And the cherub gets a little relief, you know. But now he starts to sweat really badly. And Hajra says, Primi, I need you to do me a favor. Do you remember that Amiens vineyard? Let's see, Chateau de Gorgon. And he's like, yeah, I need you to go there and get me some wine. Get the Rouge Vif and the Manipulateur Spécial. And try not to kill too many people. She looks at Armando. She looks at you and says, yeah, try not to kill anyone.
I try to offer him a glass of water.
But how?
Oh, Audra says, okay, so Audra, do you like give it to him? Like try to go up and give it to him?
Yes.
You can feel like get close to him. You get like this real sort of nauseous feeling inside of you, like the dark side, you know, like
my,
like a Luke and Vader moment. You're paladin. Now that you're a paladin, you're a little more sensitive to this stup.
Yeah,
and
harmonies and all. Yeah.
But he grabs the glass and one, you know, and Hajar's like, yeah, she's like, back, careful with him. All right, go do it. Go give me the wine. And the little demon pops out.
Why? He seemed discordant.
Well, yeah, well, I know it's a sad life being a demon. But he's my friend. He does little missions for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of like a wizard's familiar in a way. Yeah.
And you seem to be very kind. You seem to be very kind to him.
Yeah. Well, he does things for me. I try to. Yes, I suppose. I tried to be kind, relieve some of the burden of his
torture,
miserable existence.
That's admirable.
So so they start bringing out food. You guys can have some dinner. Small talk, or you're going to broach anything in particular, or
small talk. Yeah, small talk.
Okay. You talk about where you're from, you know, this sort of thing. And she was raised in Chaldea. She doesn't seem to want to talk too much about her past. She tries to put the focus back on you. So I assume you talk a little bit about being from Andalus, and she seems to know where that's at. You know, and you're a bard, you know where Chaldea is. So,
yeah. And I tell her about leaving my family.
And you guys are kind of ethnic cousins in a way. Chaldea is Arab inspired, and Andalus is Moorish inspired, which is similar in a way. Yeah. So you talk about family. Okay, and about this time, the demon comes back, and he's got 2 bottles of wine, and he's got some blood on him.
Oh.
And Hajra does and his head's on fire again, and so Hajra calms the fire on his head, but also the glass before it melts, and grabs the wine and puts it on the table, and Ush runs out and pours the wine, and she asks, I tried not to kill anyone, but they didn't want me to take the wine. And she's like, well, we didn't kill the vintner, did you?
Priorities.
No. He's like, no, I didn't kill the vintner. Just one of the, grape people. Okay, well, that's okay. She sends him off. So, how you feeling about that? How's Armando feeling about?
Well, some people can be rather stubborn. Pulling the screen aside for a second, Armando definitely comes from a sense, a not very traditional paladin in that that Armando believes that everyone should be loved, not just good people.
Right.
In fact, especially the unlovable people need to be loved. And this demon definitely qualifies as a being that is unlovable or hard to love. So he wouldn't condone it. If he was there, he would stop it, but he's not going to judge him for it at this point because his life's not over. He still can be redeemed.
And Armando is okay with Hajra summoning a demon, killing some people just to get some wine. Is that ruffling any moral feathers for Armando?
It's definitely something that I'm keeping track of.
Perfect. All right.
Yes.
Well,
Love, man, those rose tinted glasses.
right.
I
Romances need complications. I just wanted to see how that one would go over. All right. I think we'll cut that scene right there.
Thanks. Now, my question to you, Peter, is this place a place that you have actually traveled to and gone to in Europe or something?
No. I was French for Chateau of Dragons, and the vintner's name was Cute Man or something in French. I just did some corny French translations and
very cool.
Yeah. Just to be a little campy is okay once in a while, especially an Actoroke. Okay, well we cut the scene there, but she will return you at the end of the meal to the Bulgarians, but not in time for the next scene.
Yes.
Okay, so in parallel with that, going back to the arena, picking up where we left off, basically, where we left off was Brigthwina made this announcement about a hunt in 5 days that she will personally lead. She welcomed you to her pack. Congratulated you all. And I don't know if you got a chance to see the video. It's worth seeing the last few minutes of the movie. If you haven't, Satine Phoenix did a fantastic performance as Brigthwina. Yeah, she did great. So I was really happy to work with her again on acting. And then the scene prior to that, the scene with Rashidi had come back. That had happened. Then Armando gets swooshed off by Hajra. And so just advancing forward a little bit in the party, in the wake of Brigthwina's announcement that there'll be a hunt that she leads in 5 days, the crowd just gets really excited about that. I mean, this is going over super well. It went over what, people were cheering when she announced it. And the party then just really goes off the hook. I mean, people start getting really wasted, sloppy drunk, probably some fights breaking out here and there, and lots of sloppy behavior, people pairing off. But it's showing, I would say, an hour later or so. You guys are probably all kind of generally hanging out together, the four of you. Razine shows up. Now, everybody remember who Razine is? Or you might remember him from the very first episode of Rahat's assistant.
Yes.
So Razine was he was the guy that purchased you out of slavery on behalf of Rahat and brought you to the Granada Palace, treated you well, took good care of you, and eventually, through the contract with Rahat, eventually put you on the ship. And so now you see him again, which is, a long ways from where you saw him last time in Andalus. And he sees you guys, he's kind of smirking a little bit, and approaches the group. And he's definitely got his eye on Claw.
Do I notice that?
Target acquired.
Yeah, sure. I think right now, Cal, you're pretty much noticing anything that Claw notices, or anyone that notices Claw.
Mm.
I imagine the two of you are like pretty close, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Probably like side by
You're
side.
hanging out. You guys just consummated your romance, and now you're back at the party, being very efficient with your time.
It's important to get to do this properly.
Not miss any scenes. Yeah.
No.
I imagine Pansy might be hanging out with the flying circus folk after the big performance, trying to make some friends, talking about bees. Is that fair, XiaoWen? All right. You're on mute, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Good. Yes, she's busy like a bee.
Oh, honey, that was great.
Honey.
So I think that you have a lot in common with these the flying circus people who like the bees. You like bees. You just did a performance together. You just paid them a lot of money for the performance. I think that you're making good friends over there.
Yeah, and I think Pansy's just trying to kind of learn a little bit how to properly riding the bees. Control it.
Right.
You know, maybe one day she could have one.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're talking. You're not back on a bee. You went on a short ride with the bees, and now you're talking about that with them, and then talking about it. Cool. So, Claw. Also, I want to clarify something. You, as players, know that Rahat is a dragon because we all saw the film, or we as players talked about it. But Claw, I assume, has not told anyone.
No.
So I just kind of want to remind you that this is while the players know it, this is something your characters do not. And Claw. And if you break that, Denise, if you break that confidence, be sure and tell me very explicitly, like hit me over the head with it, like, oh yeah, type of.
By the way,
Yeah.
you know that super powerful being I made a promise to?
Right. There's Rahat, by the way, in her human form. Yeah. That's
interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so Razine comes up to you, Claw, and oh
my. Long time no see. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the party. I'm probably drunk.
Calsamere.
There has been some imbibing. You should join.
Yes.
Much imbibing.
Yes, perhaps I shall. And he kind of clocks wherever Torgrim's at, and Pansy's over there, and doesn't see Armando, but he doesn't say anything about it. So looks like he looks at this big party, and well, it looks like you are doing well.
Yes, we won. We won the tournament.
We're victorious.
We're the
as
winners.
far as we know.
Yes, we are the champions, my friend.
So far,
excellent, good. Well, that's a great start. So maybe we'll start seeing a return on our investment here.
Yeah, a little. The interest, I'm sure, can be paid off, but we need to make some more money to cover the original outlay of expenses. It's true.
By the way,
good. I believe there's going to be a special hunt in about 5 days.
Yes.
Well, and we only got the down payment on this hunt.
Correct.
Right. So there's more coming.
So.
Yeah, there's more coming.
Excellent. Well, my mistress Rahat was right. She saw in the stars that you would be very successful. Fabulous. That's excellent. By the way, Augie, sees that you guys are talking to somebody. He very discreetly, standing to the side, but very much paying attention, in case this person's not your friend. She's trying to read the situation.
And on the subject of the stars, are we still under the warrior?
Yes, you are. When you're doing them, it's only been 3 days. You've only been
right. It just feels like it's been like 9 weeks.
I know. Yeah. So doing the math, actually, the hunt will start with the manifestation of the next Anumian.
Ah, nice.
Gotcha.
How auspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So in case Raw Hats thought the stars were right before, this next hunt is definitely going to be something to watch for.
And by the way, Pansy, you noticed that the other 3 barbarians who are here, other than Mondo, are kind of gathered around, and you see Razine there as well. So, are you gonna come over or enjoy the conversation or not?
I think a Pansy all of a sudden kind of like, oh, why is he here? Must be for the money. Wait, I just spent all the money. What should I do? Oops. Flat warnings.
Tell her I'm busy.
Oh no.
Yes. So Pansy's kind of like, oh, she really wanted to go, so she kind of
right in that moment, Razine looks your way and you lock eyes.
As a guilty moment.
I guess. So Pansy's kind of like, fine, okay, I guess. So she came over.
All right. Well, I think you'll recall, Claw, that we did ask you to keep track of expenditures. So receipts. I think maybe in the morning we should want to enjoy this evening, enjoy the festivities. I think in the morning it would be good to go over the expenses. And Augie says, "Oh,
big plastic smile. Yes, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Let's do that."
Augie blurts out, "Yes, I have all the receipts." He says it to you. He says it to you. He
Oh,
says,
bless you, Augie. You are my best friend.
You are my favorite. Tell everyone.
Oof, well, Augie, you definitely get a tip from whoever's paying you.
That would probably be me.
Pansy, does Augie get another tip for that?
Sorry?
Does Augie get another tip from Pansy for that?
For the receipt?
Keeping all the receipts. That's pretty impressive that he's been keeping all the receipts.
Sure, yeah. Here, I'll give Augie another 10 tort.
Razine kind of, okay. Okay, so I'm fine flash forwarding to tomorrow's breakfast, but if there's anything anybody would like to do in the party or anything, don't want to rush you.
What happened to Rashidi? Because he appeared on the field.
Right. So what happens is, well, first of all, you and Claw both through Spare the Dying, Cure Light Wounds, and Holy Word, and got him really nicely healed. He was unconscious when he landed in the arena. He was dropped off. And so after you did that, and he was coming to, and you were talking to him, Skahak came up and kind of brushed you all aside, and she picked him up and left with him.
Understood.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to breakfast the next morning.
Fantastic.
Late breakfast.
Hydrate.
Armando's there. Yeah. Get some
Thank you. Hydrate check
from the night before. And I don't want to turn this into a big money counting scenario on Twitch stream here. That's no fun for anybody. Basically, Razine is going to review the receipts that Augie has and all the sort of the financial transactions, and be quite disappointed in some of the choices. He's going to be kind of like he's going to be like going into the accountant's office and and like you spent how much on the company party, this sort of thing. But Augie actually like runs a lot of interference and like says, well, the party didn't cost anything. Yes, there was a 5,000 tort guarantee, but we made that back. There was no, but some of the other questions, like I think 900 torts on dogs.
They are great dogs. We like
They
those
were
dogs.
very useful.
Yeah, you still have the dogs, by the way.
Instrumental in
Yes.
us not dying.
Yeah, they're curled up. They're curled up around you guys.
They totally paid for themselves.
They kind of did.
I am
There's the reason we won.
deliberately not naming them in front of him, considering they're named Rahat and Jabal. So my dogs are named after
Like,
my boss and her mom.
Yes.
So
The dogs that we definitely
the
have
dogs.
not named.
Yes, the nameless dogs. They are.
Going into battle, they were probably going to die, even though they did not. Don't want to
They
be too emotional.
they were wonderful. They were very important to the success of the mission, as were the horses, which mostly ran away.
Oh, you guys got all the horses back.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Excellent.
You guys, the horses. Yeah, no.
They
It's
came
not that
back.
hard to round up horses that are. They don't want to be out in the Somarrian wilderness on their own. So you have all the horses. When you came back on horses with
All
Skahat,
right.
Right.
Yes.
and your horses are at Donica's being cared for a modest fee.
Excellent. Very glad. So yes, we have the proof of the of our expenditures in the horses and the dogs for sure.
Yeah. So you're doing well. You seem like you're adequately furnished. You have some extra cash. I think it would be good if I could return with some cash just to show our Rahat that her investments, now the upfront expenditures are gone. Now the money's starting to flow back. Don't you think?
Sure. Well, why don't we just wait a couple days till the hunt is officially over and we get the rest of the winnings, and then you can go back
Yes.
with more.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's definitely do that.
Let's do that.
I think a little bit now, and then more after the next hunt, assuming you survive the next hunt.
No, not after the next hunt. We haven't got fully paid for this hunt. If you wait until this hunt is officially over, we will get the rest of the winnings for this hunt that we have completed.
Okay, well, I think another payment then. That sounds good.
But you're insisting on a payment now.
Yeah.
Particular reason.
Guys.
It is you who is delivering the payment, and not someone else.
Well, Rahat's not going to travel. I work for Rahat. I'm her.
Okay.
Can I do a passive check?
A passive check?
I kind of want to do a bit of an insight check to make sure
Yeah.
this is not like that the.
Not a total scam.
Mm-hmm.
We can be assured that that our payment gets to Rahat in a timely and direct fashion.
Why he seems a little bit of suspicious. He wants now.
Right.
Okay, so you want to make a check? You can.
Mhm.
What is it? Insight? You can make a. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, insight.
Check. Yeah, go ahead. If you're both checking, I think what I want to do is have one of you check and the other one gain a +2 for the advantage of the other one. So whoever has the best roll, who has the best plus.
I have +4 to insight. What do you got, Pansy?
Well, I don't have any.
So
I have a +5 on investigation.
Cheapers.
Okay, well, if you don't have a bonus in insight, then I'm going to let you help him. So, like, Calcimer, this is on you. +4.
I can help.
Okay.
I can help.
There you go. Okay.
I'm a jack. I'm a jack of all trades, so I have a +2 naturally to my insight.
Lovely.
Okay, so you can get a +2 on yours, Cal. You make the roll with a extra +2 on top of whatever your other pluses are.
Okay. Cool. Let's give that a shot. All right, so 17, and then that's because that's with the +4. So +2 to the 17, 19.
Yeah. Your insight is that if you were working for a dragon, you probably wouldn't be backstabbing the dragon.
That is.
Like you said, you don't know he's a dragon. There I go screwing up our own narrative.
Patrick understands that. Cal is like, the Rahat is terrifying. I would not want to screw her over. Well, I did end up getting quite a bit back from the blunder with the healing potions.
Oh, yeah.
I would be willing to part with some of that.
I mean,
So
I've
how
got
about-
500. I can
If we make this, how about we make this easy and he just takes half of what you guys have. You guys can go through your log, mark off half,
Okay.
and give the totals to
Which doesn't leave us
Denise.
destitute.
And Denise, you can track sort of the total
Cool.
payment. But let's do this offline.
Right.
Is everybody agreed
Offline
to
accounting.
that conceptually? Gabriel?
Good to
Shall
go.
we?
Right.
Yes.
Of course, you don't have much left. So,
Right.
and Patrick,
Yes.
Half?
I'm good with it. Half.
Darrell?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no problem.
all right, okay. So,
Thank you, everyone. This
So if
is
you
helpful.
So
This
that's,
is-
that's
you can
10, right?
each- Yeah, on your own time. Figure out half the cash you have left. Take it off and tell Denise how much that is, and Denise will keep a running total of how much has been returned to Claw, to Rahat.
Right. Thank you.
And I know it's not even it doesn't even cover
Not
the 5,000
even
yet, probably that you
close.
took out. But it's probably going to come out to a couple $3,000, I think. We'll see. All right, then. So after this conversation,
Whew. Thanks, everybody.
Razine, after he gets that money, he brings up a new topic. So
I don't
Yeah.
believe I've drawn Razine before. Can you describe what he looks like for me?
yes, he looks like a very distinguished older man, not elderly, but older man of Moorish, so that's Spanish, Arab,
Okay.
will, and he's not wearing armor, weapons, or anything like that. He just looks like a businessman. if you will.
Okay.
Okay.
And here's that little fiery cherub for you.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's
With the slowly
hilarious.
melting bottle of booze.
A little blood spatter, you know.
That was fun.
Nice.
Came out of the
Roger
cost.
grabs the booze first, before the glass melts. Yes, put that away. So Razine looks at you, Pansy, and says, "This dagger you picked up."
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it, and I'm not even going to touch it. But I would like you to put it on the table where I can take a good look at it.
Okay. Here's
So-
the.
So you put it,
she put on this.
puts it on the table.
Mhm.
Look down and you see his eyes kind of change in the nature of the color, and they look a bit more like gems.
Oh
as
my
he
goodness.
Looks at the at a kind of golden colored gems, still with pupils. It's just like a color filter on his eyes with a little bit of texture. And he looks intently at this dagger, and he looks at it from different angles, and says it's very impressive, very impressive.
Really? It was just a dagger.
No, it is not just a dagger.
Do tell.
Special dagger.
Yeah.
Would it be?
What
To be
could
honest-
that be?
To be honest, I can't tell, and that makes it very intriguing.
Really? You
Oh,
weren't able to discern at all.
why?
Pierre, what did you take?
Yeah. Is it cursed?
I don't know. It's not a dagger I know of, and it's not a dagger that can be easily divined. In fact, the reason Rahat sent me to find you instead of her normal way of keeping track of people is that this dagger is, and I tell you this to show you our commitment to having an open and honest relationship. This dagger, it's not necessarily in my interest to tell you this, except that I think this information could be helpful, which longer term will help me, because I believe, and he looks again at Claw, that you will not betray us.
No, I will never.
This dagger
Just looks over at Claw like, what does that mean?
Like
And
a
he's like,
whipped dog.
she can't really sit on her chair. It's like, okay, what did I do?
We wouldn't betray Rahat.
Dagger. This dagger seems to obstruct certain types of divination,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
and not just you, but the area that you are in.
huh.
So she
That's
sent
why
you because she couldn't eavesdrop
That's
on us.
handy.
Nice.
That's exactly right.
That's handy.
This
I
dagger.
I mean, wow, that's surprising. Wow, that's what an unexpected development that is.
Right.
That could not be totally handled and
Nice save,
helpful.
Claw.
Yes.
So do you mean like nobody can? I'm sorry. What does that mean?
I don't know the limitations of the dagger, but it seems to hamper or prohibit, to some extent, the ability to track you, follow you, eavesdrop on you, scry you magically.
Wow.
Or,
Find us if we were
Nice.
hiding.
Yes.
Yes.
Certain
Wow.
individuals.
Now, you stole it from an Amian duelist, right?
Pierre de Clement.
Yeah. He's no longer with us.
What happened to him?
He ask Armando. He knows.
That was
Shift the camera over there. Somebody's looking.
I'm
He
still-
was there.
Unless
Still
he's being
afterglowing
as
from
sneaky
last
as
night.
Fancy usually
Times.
is.
I think he rolled a 1.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Did I break the fourth wall here or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was eaten, actually.
So basically, do you tell him the story?
I do.
Okay. And
With great flair and aplomb. Okay.
Guitars
course.
are terrifying. Beautiful, terrifying.
and Patrick, I noticed you tried to say something earlier. What did you want to add something there?
Oh no, I was just futzing around, I'm sure.
All right. So Rosine says, let me see if I got this right. Pierre de Clement owned a dagger which prevented him from being followed or spied upon. He lost the dagger and shortly thereafter was killed.
By a large party of Atars.
Yes. Who are
Oh, when you put it like that.
natural.
Hmm.
Amiens and Atars are natural rivals from the same island. One
They
can-
are all dead though.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, does that mean we're in danger?
Actually, as GM to Patrick, when you witnessed the trophies, 2 of the Atars survived.
Correct.
They were-
Right, right.
Oh, right.
At negative hit point. Well, no, 5th edition, not negative hit point.
Right.
Zero,
They were at 0, yeah.
Stable or unstable,
Oh,
something like
that's
that.
right.
Not dead.
Correct.
Yeah, 2 of the Atars are alive, according to Skahak. You got double points.
There we go.
Mhm. I remember the double points.
Okay. Well, interesting. Torgrim, you have a nice blade as well.
I do.
Yeah. That one's
Would you like to meet Fang?
Careful
Nah.
how you answer that.
not up and personal, no. But yeah, he would like to take a good, yes, I would love to take a good look.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at it. And, well done, barbarians. Excellent.
There's Fang.
You can keep these items, assuming that the payments continue and our debt is I think that our investment is
discharged.
Best left in your hands for now. So, what are you going to do next?
Is this the DM asking, or is this team asking?
It's kind of this is kind of both, but this is Razine. This is in character conversation. So Razine is asking, yes. So what are your plans? Conveniently, no one can be eavesdropping on us magically. Maybe we should close the windows. He'll close the windows. Make sure the dogs are. The dogs will tell us if any. I don't think your dagger keeps somebody from eavesdropping on you in the old-fashioned way.
Physically.
Organically.
Right.
Certainly doesn't stop people from seeing you. I had no trouble finding you once I came here.
Right. And I can steal the dagger.
So what are we thinking of doing next? I thought we were going to participate in the next hunt. Right, friends?
That's in a few days' time. We have some time to kill. So how's Rahat's relationship with the Cloud Forger clan?
Oh, Rahat is a businesswoman.
Right? So does she have a business relationship with the clan?
I think the relations between dwarves and dragons always has an edge to it.
Yeah, just ouch.
Oh, wait.
Claw's like, ow.
Did he just say that out loud?
No.
He just said that out loud?
No, but you know what? Claw just like, ooh.
No, Claude, he didn't say that. Give me a chance. I'm an old man here. Old man trying to create a younger man's game.
Rahat and the dwarves, I don't know what relationship they would have.
Let me back up. Give me a courtesy.
Because you are a kind and generous DM, I think we can return the favor.
I let you backtrack on things from time to time.
All the time.
So I could see Razine gets kind of just a twinge of a look, and
Claw mirrors it.
The Cloud Forge clan is one of the wealthiest families in all of Chaldea, and Rahat is a merchant. We do business with the Cloud Forge clan on a regular basis.
That's very political. Yes, very diplomatic.
Excuse me, but I think that's pronounced Chaldea.
Oh, snap.
Rahat is a businesswoman. She has no friends. She has mutual interests.
Okay.
So what's up with the Cloud Forge clan, Torgrim? Why do you bring it up?
Well, my cousin's been taken prisoner.
Oh, I say, because this might have been the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah. So, no, because it was mentioned on our journey back.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, that's right. Oh my goodness. We should do something about that.
So, yeah.
Your cousin, Razine says, your cousin. Who's your cousin? A Cloud Forge?
Yes. Soraka.
Soraka? Cloud Forge?
Yes.
Well, I know who she is. She's heir to the clan.
Yes. She's been taken prisoner by the horned demigoddess that's running this place.
Brigduena.
Yes.
Oh, you said her name.
But I did not invoke it.
I did not.
Okay.
But I did not invoke it.
She can't hear us.
Oh yeah, nice.
Just to be clear, what you in Chaldea, the way they work the gods, you can mention a god's name, but if you mention it, you can invoke a god's name is different than mentioning a god's name.
Right. Yeah.
Like
but we got dagger, so she won't be hear us.
We've got the dagger of cone of silence.
We got the cone of silence.
Oh my god.
Right, Chief. Nice.
No, Max, not the yes, Chief. The cone of silence.
Exactly.
No, Max, that never works. It's broken.
Thank you.
Security protocols demand, Chief. Yes.
All right, Larrabee. Turn on the cone of silence.
Okay.
This flashback brought to you by.
So
Two old guys.
you're serious.
I am.
Tell me more about the situation. Tell me.
The Cloudforge clan actually owned this area. It's one of their possessions, one of their holdings, and Brithwina in the past has been leasing this. However, she has reneged on payment, and Soraka was sent to investigate and encourage said payment. And apparently Brithwina took umbrage with that, and she captured Soraka and her 2 guards, and they are being imprisoned.
Oh my, this will be quite this information. Well, that when this gets out, there'll be hell to pay.
I think so.
How much would it pay?
And I believe the wealthiest clan would probably be very grateful for her return. And I think that could wipe out our debt to Rahat and then some.
Well, yeah. So I don't know what you're thinking, but if you have a way that you could get her, break her free, and get her out of here somehow from under the thumb of a demigoddess, and allow Rahat to be part of the return that of her to her clan, that would certainly settle your debt.
We're working on it, but we need to have a discussion amongst ourselves and make some inquiries. And I think Pansies should be accompanying us on whatever inquiries we make. Pansy should be there. I'm just saying. Given this news about this dagger and its ability.
Say you want to be within, say, 120 feet approximately.
Okay, approximately. Okay, yeah. Got it. So
go ahead, Patrick. Patrick, you
that begs a question. Where does Rahat stand on? I mean, you had mentioned earlier that if, there would be a boon for Rahat if we were to return Torgrim's cousin to her rightful seat. What is the feeling that, agents, so it be, of Rahat, were to upset the individual who owns this land?
Well, it all depends on how it turns out. I think that if Rahat were perceived as having encouraged this expedition and it worked, and Soraka was returned to her clan, and this would help in bigger business affairs between the Merchant of Granada and the very wealthy Cloudforge clan. If it turned out differently and ended in abject failure, I think Rahat would disavow any knowledge.
There's no protection. There's a degree of deniability there. Right. Yeah, we got it. All right.
It depends on whether it works or not.
Expected as much.
So we're a small group of not particularly powerful people. So we need to make some allies. So I have a line on that.
Oh.
So we need to pursue that. The Cosmo the Magnificent has a meeting room that we can use to get a hold of somebody who may have mutual interests. We've met them. That's sagacious.
What? No way. That
Yes.
sure.
Are you?
The one that we're going to hunt?
No.
No.
Sagacious, is part of Team Invisible. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
And by the way, this is all
our referee.
yeah, it's all going over Razine's head. Like he has no
Right.
idea who this is, FYI.
Yeah.
He's just soaking it up.
So I think, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
They are enemies
And we
of
know
the hunt.
we know that Sagacious has already done action against Rithwina.
Right.
So and gotten away with it, at least to this point.
But where is he?
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to find him.
Right, well, that's the question.
Well, we will make inquiries.
Okay.
So would you guys be
That's
interested
correct.
in having a meeting with him?
You know where to find him?
I know a way to get a message to him.
I mean, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
You guys were all
Enemy of
having,
my enemy.
you guys were all getting
Yeah.
romance and partying and everything. I had some
You're getting
chores
the
I
work
had to do.
My goodness.
All right.
Fine.
You're pulling your weight to pay.
Speaking
Romance is in 1B.
speaking of which, do we want to invite my new friend to this cabal?
So, I was going to ask you about that because, clearly she works for the person we may be doing this action against. And how confident are you in your relationship with her versus her relationship with her employer?
Mm.
That's an excellent question.
And one that I cannot answer distinctly at this point.
I think this is very complicated. We should keep it simple and not getting her involved.
Maybe reducing the number of people who are involved at all.
Yeah,
and
no,
as Claw
yes.
looks at Razim going, maybe you don't need to be part of this unless you want to actually actively participate. What skills do you bring?
I'm going to leave open the plausible deniability. I think I guess should give you a little bit of room to maneuver.
Thank you. Much obliged.
But let's
Bye.
check in on a daily basis.
Sure.
Basis.
Of course.
I mean,
Okay.
And where will we find you? At the good hotel?
across the river.
A good hotel.
Not at the
Good
lodge.
Not at the hunting lodge, not at the casino. Yeah, he'll
Right,
be.
across
So
the
if you
river.
remember, Graver's Dig is like a resort area, and you remember how crazy that first night was, sleeping in the field. I mean, all the
Mhm.
drunken revelry. I mean, this is a place full of gravers and hunters, and yeah, it is.
It's Mos Eisley.
Slumming. Yeah.
Scum and villainy.
It's a
Rocco
hive.
Rocco was staying at a nice
Scum and
place
villainy.
here. There are a couple of isolated places, but you're still in this sort of general environment. Across the Boyonogo River is a hill with a proper walled town, and none of you have been in there. Armando, you were close to it when you went and had a cafe with Hajra and the Demon. That was over by the river. That was right across the river. Anyway, so he said, let's
We'll send a Gekon.
well, yes.
I like to think of the demon as the Orange Julius guy. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Tell yourself what you have to tell yourself.
All right.
Okay.
So we should go
Wow.
visit Cosmo.
Oh, we all go?
He's the
or-
connect?
He's
It's-
the connect.
Okay. Well,
So
hopefully
do
you
you-
can get more than one of us at a time at this meeting.
Well, we'll see what the restrictions are when we explain the situation. Perhaps he can fit more than one in his inner sanctum.
So let's be clear. Your goal is to go and have what you'd like to do is for the five of you to have a conversation with Sagacious in a private, in the type of room. So let's just
understand what his play is here.
Let's just frame forward to that scene in the interest of time. I'll tell you how it happens, if that's okay. So, you guys all try to mosey nonchalant like
exit stage left to
Cosmo's tower, and
I'm good at it.
and Torgrim, you go in there, talk to him, say you'd like to take him up on his offer to meet with Sagacious. He tells you Sagacious is already waiting for you, and he basically sent only one of you can be at the tower at once. But the tower has multiple exits. And so what happens is you go into the tower and then you exit. When you exit the door, the same door, you thought you were going back out to your friends, you actually end up being somewhere else, which I will describe in a moment. And then each of you, one at a time, goes into the tower and exits the tower. And one by one, you all catch up with Torgrim, who is, and look at, who is that Tanel is drawing? Huh.
That was
So Sagacious, if you watched the video, actually, Mason Lucas played Sagacious, and he performed the role in the actor studio.
This is,
and I basically modeled the character after him. So, I role played with him once he played this wizard. I was like, I love the way this guy plays a wizard. I just want to steal this character. Anyway, so the place that you meet is in the Garnon Forest. It's almost like you're back home, but not exactly. You are basically, a table is set up and some chairs, but it's outside in a forest glen, and it's birds are chirping and stuff's happening. It's a forest. There's little animals running around, But Claw, immediately that you are close to the town of Tartu, because Tartu is very distinctive for having this huge arch. The arch is an all-natural root that comes up out of the ground and goes up. It's about the size and shape of the St. Louis Arch.
Oh, my goodness.
And it is a root.
We're nearby.
It is a root of you would say the mother tree. Some would say Yggdrasil. And it is where it is in that spot in the Garnon Forest that connects Chaldea to the Pearl Universe.
My goodness, this is a holy spot as things go. Guys, this is the real deal.
And so Sagacious, when you write, he stands very formally, sort of like Hannibal Lecter when Clarice Starling shows up.
Nice.
That's a great image to start the negotiations.
Nice left turn. Wow.
Sorry.
No.
That metaphor doesn't. That metaphor falls. Just welcome, Ballbear.
Hey, we meet again for the first time.
Yes.
Where's Sally?
And Sally. And Sally is there, and Sally seems very different from the way you saw her last. She looks the same, but she's mellow. She's like, hey, man. Too bad we didn't get a fight that
all
time.
About, by the way?
I know.
What were the tricks that weren't tricks?
We could do it again. We could do. Sally, no.
We'll practice.
Sally, no.
What? Another battle of wits? Yeah.
We know who's going to win that.
What's a battle of wits? They think they won a battle of wits, but I ain't going to use my club. Next battle of wits, I want to use my club.
So much. That tracks so well.
Well, Torgrim showing off fangs. Like, you want to do this?
It starts to get wound up again, and Sagacious like, Sally?
Yeah. We would have to hit you back with a metaphor.
We'll teach you. I will teach you.
You don't
right,
want
so-
to know what a metaphor is, Sally.
Yeah.
Please have a seat.
Just leans over to Claus like, I don't think Sagacious knows what the metaphor is.
Oh, yeah. All right. So business. Let's get to business.
You are concerned about your cousin.
I am. I'd like to get her. I'd like to get her back. I like her. She's my favorite dwarf.
I can see that. She's a person with much capability, one can tell. So, you figured the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Indeed.
Hmm.
I'm pragmatic.
I was hoping you would come here.
Good.
I was hoping.
I'd
I was
start to
hoping.
bristle a bit. Like,
I was hoping you would see this as an opportunity, that we could put off our awkward meeting, the awkward way that we met, put it behind us. I tried to reduce any problems that might have come. I understand Rashidi is alive and well.
no thanks to you.
Well,
I returned him
you returned him, so
Hmm.
yeah.
after
The barbarians on this guy, though. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
and you got all your trophies.
Yeah. So it all worked out. So,
Yes, it did.
so
I have done-
do you have an idea of where she's being held? Because I do.
Let's
Yes.
compare notes.
So I have learned from some fellow barbarians that Berthwena likes to keep her high value targets in the Fey realm.
It's called the Plane of Annam,
Cool.
and it is the other world of the Celtic gods. And I agree with your assessment. Your barbarian, your Arushan friends, I believe they are correct. I have no way of knowing for certain, but that would be my best guess as to where Berthwena would stash somebody as important as Soraka Cloudforge.
So how do you get there?
Can we go through Tartu?
Probably. If you had the right pathway icons. I have no idea which ones those would be, and I don't have them either.
Pathway icons right over. Like,
Yeah, so
You got
probably
me.
heard it. You've Klaus, GM Denise, Klaus
Mhm.
heard of these. There's these tokens, and there is, in fact, in Tartu, a large at the tree where this tendril comes out. There is the veils to the other worlds and dimensions are thin, and one can walk to other worlds and planes and dimensions, all sorts of places, or just other Garnon clearings, if you will. But to do that, you have to have these totem tokens that are tied to the Anumian spirits and in the right combination,
oh my,
There's a
which we
near-
definitely do not have.
right?
How did I get it?
Yeah.
Do you know somebody who would know the combination and how to get those tokens?
I know a different way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm all
Wait.
ears, says the one with the pointy ears.
Effie,
I will say
if that's
off the
all.
bat, I am not willing to go there. I am,
Mhm.
I've never been there, and nor shall I risk it now. But if you are young and foolish or adventurous enough that you wish to attempt this, I know how to send you there. And we should probably try and figure out a way of getting you back. But the
So,
way
yeah. I mean, clearly we're five, talented individuals having won the Somarrian Hunt. However, one would admit that there was quite a bit of luck involved. And if we're going after the prisoner of a demi-goddess, I'm not really confident about our chances to unassisted.
Well,
Sagacious, what are your motivations in railing against you-know-who? Why? Why even help us?
I am her nemesis.
Good for you. What does that mean?
We're enemies from long time past.
How do you? How does one make an enemy of a demi-goddess?
How are you?
I want to tell you because it would increase your trust in me, but there are secrets I am not prepared to share. But I can say we have been enemies since before the rule of Emperor Kadava.
Right.
I'm long-lived.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, so am I, but yeah, okay. Yeah, wow.
Here is how I can get you to Annam if you choose to go there. If there is, the way Annam is accessed is from unholy ground of the god, Celtic god of the dead, Aran. And it just so happens that there is unholy ground near Graver's Dig, in a place you might have seen a cemetery on the map.
Oh,
In the center of that cemetery are burial mounds. And if we go there, I can plane shift you to the plane of Annam.
that's what the graveyard is for.
Then how do we shift back if you're not coming?
He holds up a hand, and this Robin flies over and lands.
His hand or somebody else's hand?
He holds up his hand. Reattaches it to his arm.
Check out this hand I found.
And he motions to you, Claw, with this hand and this robin on it. And are you kind of open to whatever happens next?
Why not? Let's have some adventure. All right, let's see this.
This robin senses your druidical openness, and it flies over and lands on your shoulder. And says, this robin can bring you back.
How? Hey, little buddy. Hi. How's that going to work? Chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare speak with animals, by the way, but next time I have a rest, that would be a thing for sure.
Her name is Lay, and she can wield magic.
Lay the magic robin.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
See what I did there, Layla, Robin.
Nice.
Robinson, Layla, Robinson.
Robinson. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, I have myself a new little friends, and we supposedly have a way back. And now we just have to go to the graveyard. And I'm keen on, but yeah.
So what else do you know about the plane, Anum, that can help us? Do you know if it's guarded? Is she guarded?
I know nothing about the plane. I've never been there.
Sorry, what are we going there for? Getting something?
To save the dwarven princess.
Oh, she held it over there?
Yes.
That's the theory.
That's her prison.
Sagacious says, I also recommend that we conduct this ritual during Brictwina's upcoming hunt, when Brictwina will be distracted with the ecstasy of the chase.
works for me.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we've got a couple of days to rest up and prepare otherwise.
Maybe you could do some research. Cosmo has a nice library. Maybe he would let you peruse it.
Peter?
Excellent.
Sounds like
The
somebody.
Seems scholarly.
The academic clause, like, books.
And maybe somebody with the talent in investigation, perhaps.
Nice.
I'd like to find somebody to perhaps locate her, so we're not just blindly walking around.
All right. Time to prep those spells.
Who are you
and
talking about?
Do
I'm
that
not
research.
Once we get to the plane of Annam, we have no idea where she is.
Is there a map?
We'll find out soon enough.
Do the Tuatha go there?
Oh no. This is the other. This is the other planes.
Right.
This is not the Fey realm of Celtic.
Tuatha, yeah.
Tuatha De Danann?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they are enemies with the Fomorians.
Right. Would they be interested in an assist, a distraction, something?
I think that more attention brings other risks. If this situation escalates, then I think your best chance is the 5 of you with this dagger, slipping in and slipping out. If a Fae were to, we lost.
Who?
Are the gnomes
Patrick.
hard at work?
Oh, sorry,
Calci-
everybody. Can you hear me?
Customer, yes.
We can hear you, just not see you
Okay.
yet. Ta-da!
All right. So, all right, everybody in Twitch land, we are doing some justice here. Yep.
Got it.
Sorry about that, guys. My internet cut out.
That's okay.
This is the other Cosmo Tower with the giant tree root taking shape. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I love it.
That you guys have now
Nice.
come out of.
Nice. Oh, that's fantastic to know. Yep. Oh, that's
Just to
great.
give you
Is there anybody named Corey around here?
Peter,
Yes, Gabriel.
I'd like to attempt to persuade Sagacious to come with us.
Ooh.
He's not going to.
Just skip that sequence altogether.
D9.
Yeah, but breaking the wall. This is D&D. You really want a high level wizard with 4th level character? I mean, this is you guys. You guys do
This
the
is penny
thing.
ante stuff.
You guys, he'll cast the spell and get you there.
Gotcha.
We got to do our own work.
Yeah. You got, this is the best. He's right, actually, though. It's not just a contrivance. Having a bunch of low level characters with Pansy's dagger go into Annam with that dagger's ability to cloak you. If a Fae showed up, that would be like alarm bells going off. If Sagacious showed up with his mastery of magic, that would be like alarm bells going off. You guys, low level, gonna kind of slip in, slip out, Millennium Falcon style,
So it's like sending a couple hobbits with a ring of power into Mordor.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
kinda
go.
like that. Kinda like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do this.
Right.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's go and maybe do a little research.
Yeah.
In Cosmo's
Library.
Right.
I want to find whether there's any hidden knowledge in that place.
Yeah. So we have a couple. We have I know Claw has research abilities. We have a bard that has research. You guys can all go. Is Thorgrim? Can he read? Can he read?
That wasn't in the script.
He's ugly. He's not stupid.
That's awesome. Did he read?
It's not necessarily an unreasonable question in a medieval-esque.
No,
No, yeah.
No, not at all.
No.
But it's
Player
fun.
characters are professionals, right? You guys are first level. Even first level, you guys are cut above the average. Yeah, your average peasant can't read. I mean, it's not. But you guys are all trained at something or
Intelligence
other.
is like -5.
I imagine
Okay.
your average barbarian can't read either.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, but barbarians can.
Well
We
done.
are the exception.
Right.
I mean, I was raised in the clan. I can read.
Oh yeah, you were royalty there.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yes. So you can spend some time doing some research in Cosmos Tower.
Okay.
And
Super.
so one thing you'll learn is that Annam, as a plane, is actually a very hospitable plane. It is it's kind of like Eden. It's like a paradise. It's beautiful and peaceful, and lots of food, fruit, and vibrant. In fact, it's mythologically almost identical to Eden. So I don't know if the Welsh took it from the Christians or vice versa. I have no idea. We'll go there. But it is remarkably similar to Christian mythology in terms of what
The Garden of Eden. Okay.
So
Nice.
that
Just watch out for the fruit.
And the
Yeah.
snake.
watch out for the snakes and the fruit. Yes, exactly.
And that Star Trek episode.
There's one tree in particular. Yeah, don't go there.
Yeah.
The red fruit.
Yeah.
And you learn more about Iran being a Celtic god of the dead, specifically Welsh mythology, god of the dead. And it's not very big, which is good news. You're trying to find somebody. It's not particularly huge. It's an island.
Nice.
It's an island. But, not really, there's not like a map per se, and you certainly don't know where, if Soraka's here, you no way of knowing from research where she would be here. There is a, oh, damn, forgot what is the place. Hold on, I didn't think we'd get this far.
Interplanar adventure. Woo woot.
Like, is no one gonna go touch the giant root that's hanging out by the tower you guys were seeing? I would be climbing all over that thing. Whee!
100% be doing the same.
Oh, pansies totally up there.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I'll put Pansy silhouetted like at the top.
Why would they hide her in a place that's so
Nice.
hospitable to us? Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to get to.
Well,
Who is it?
once you pierce that veil, then there's no flaming pits or vaporous acid or carbolic, particles or anything to stop you.
Well,
There may be a ransom.
Right. And a terrible prison in paradise is still a terrible prison.
Agreed.
You do find a reference in the research to a place that is supposed to exist on Annam called the Cauldron of Inspiration. And it is sort of like this building with open, like just, a roof with pillars directly to the outside. And there's this big cauldron there. And there are, oh gosh, I hope this isn't, it's the maidens. There are maidens that keep the cauldron warm with their breath.
Oh, wow.
Aw. Were you concerned about our PG-13 rating for a moment
That's
there?
not PG-13. It's just maidens. Why is it always
Right.
maidens? I don't know.
Ah,
Anyway,
right.
but that's straight
Lots
out
of
of.
people breathing on a coffin.
Yeah, I mean, there
On
could
a
be
cauldron.
male maidens.
So I'm going to put in chat the Welsh spelling of this world. There you go, ANNWN. And your research, you're free to, on your own time after the stream, go and read Wikipedia articles on Annam, on Iran, on Welsh mythology. And I will have what will be in Chaldea will be inspired from that, but not exactly like it. Just like research should be. It should give you ideas, but not be 100% accurate.
Does any of this
that's the way we're
information
going to do the research?
Does any of this information appear on worldofchaldea.com in the Chaldeapedia?
No. We're
Not yet.
Yeah.
Steve!
No, I just thought it'd be fun to say, hey, you do research and go use Wikipedia because I'm working right off Welsh mythology here. So
Nice. Well, as a sage, yeah, Claw's got some points in Arcana and is definitely digging of the research. That's groovy. Thank you.
Cool.
They dig it.
So how about this then? We will, the characters can go, has a few days to kill. You can think about if there's anything you want to do in Graver's Dig during that time.
Long rest.
Let me know maybe between now and the next session and I can, or we can just jump to you're in the cemetery and Sagacious is casting a spell. And that's how we'll go into, that'll be the episode 6 primary feature. The main act will be sending you to the plane of Anam, see what you find.
Wow. Dun, dun, dun.
So Torgrim would in the few days since all the researchers are busy doing their reading, Torgrim is going to do what he does, and he's going to find Londi again. Okay. And try to have a more in-depth conversation with what he knows of the clan member that was taken to Anum.
Yeah. So
and maybe get a little bit more layout of the land. If that guy came back, did he talk about it? That sort of thing.
Yeah, he will also mention this cauldron. He doesn't know the name of it, but his friend said that there was this place where there were these hot girls like keeping track of this cauldron, and he spent a lot of time there, had a fairly good time. He was reluctant to come back. He said he could have retired there.
So captivity wasn't so bad.
No.
Okay. And he was free to move around.
Yeah.
Was okay. Did he have a guard that went with him, or Earthwinter just kind of shoved him in there and
came back and got him later?
Okay. Good to know.
I mean, if you're in the land of the dead, what can you do?
Right. Cool. All right. Good enough.
Right on.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will begin
after a long rest.
We will begin our long rest. You have a couple, 3 days. You guys can be well rested. If between now and when we play again, you think of anything else you want to do in Graver's Dig, we can do that, but let's not take a bunch of time with it. We'll mainly go right to the main act.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Love
well,
it.
here we go.
For the grand finale.
Yeah, Marcus, I'll do the outro from right here. So. All right, and there we go. That concludes the RPG session for episode 5 of the Somarrian Hunt, the Actoroke series set in the world of Chaldea. I hope you will join us 1 week from tonight here on twitch.tv/GildingLight, and we will have our Actors Studio. By then, Steve Connor will have written a screenplay adaptation of tonight's story, and we will have cast actors to perform those roles. And then during the week after that, we will edit that together. And 2 weeks from tonight here on Gilding Light, we will have the movie of tonight's episode. And afterwards, we will have our sit around and talk about the movie segment called Actor Spooky. And our guests will be Darrell Judd, who created Torgrim, and John J. Bishop, who performs the role of Torgrim in our movie versions. So
that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that should be great. So thank you for joining us. Good night.